Hello. Good morning. My throat's all dry. This is going to be a little bit of a different video, more of what I kind of want to do. Not just, hey, here's what's going on in my life. Kind of, but not fully. I'm parked. So for all of you guys who are like, stop looking around in your car. I'm not. I'm parked. Okay. I'm at school. Turning my car off. So I just watched the documentary. I honestly don't even remember what it was called. It was the one about M7. M7. That sounds right. I think that's right. I think it was called Dancing with the Devil or Dancing, something like that. It's on Netflix. It's about the M7 Dance Company and the Shekinah, I think is what it's called, church. This is a very interesting subject to me because I grew up very religious. I wouldn't say I'm super religious now. Like, I don't go to church all the time. I don't, read the Bible. I try to just be a good person and kind of live my life well, I guess. But growing up in a church, I grew up in a very small church until about junior high, and then we went to a very, very big church in the greater Sacramento area. If you live around here, you probably can assume which one I'm talking about. They have a ton of different locations. It is a giant church. Everyone knows about it if you live in Sacramento area. I guess I don't know why I'm not saying the name, but kind of just to protect my own privacy, I guess. I don't know. People say you lose privacy when you post on YouTube, which is totally true, but there are some things about my life that I can try to keep private. So this documentary is all about there's a debate whether this church and this management company is a cult. This has been going on for quite a while. I've kind of followed it through Without a Crystal Ball. She was putting a lot of stuff. Honestly, I don't know if she's put any more stuff. I just know that I remember watching a video about it and then kind of doing a deep dive and going on James' page and Miranda's page and all that kind of stuff and kind of trying to deep dive into what was actually going on. To call it a cult is a very interesting thing to me because I feel like in their own ways, all churches are cults. You have a leader, whether that be a pastor or whatever you want to call them. I grew up Christian, so I'm not quite sure words for other religions. Priest, whatever you want to call them. Whatever Robert is, I don't know what he calls himself in the Shekinah church, but he is the leader. And I feel like you have one person who's kind of the leader, kind of the head of the church, and then everyone follows them. And that's kind of what a cult is you have a leader and you have a bunch of people who blindly or not blindly believe them and think that they are God sending and all of that kind of stuff. So Shekinah itself, I would consider a cult only because I consider most religious aspects a cult. I'm not saying that all of them are bad. Like I said, I'm still decently religious. I don't go to church all the time, but I still believe what I believe and believe what I was taught growing up. So I don't think cult is always a bad word. But the M7 aspect of it, so Robert, I can't think of his last name. It's not Shekinah, is it? Maybe it is. I cannot think of his last name. But Robert is the leader of the church. Sorry, it's early. I got to school super early today too, so I was like, why not record a video? Because I didn't while I was driving. So Robert, as the leader of the church, then became a management person. He found a bunch of dancers on like Instagram, TikTok, that kind of thing, that were becoming really famous. He then kind of jumped on the bandwagon of that and was like, hey, well, I'll be your managers, and started to manage these dancers. As far as I understand, and none of this video is fact, I am just basing it off of what I know about it, what I have researched, what I have heard, kind of both sides of it, like the It's a Cult and the Miranda and James side of it. And Miranda and James I am pointing out only because they are kind of the focus of this documentary. I believe their parents are the ones who started the documentary. Again, don't quote me on that because I'm not positive, but so Robert owns this management company, and he takes profits because he is a manager. And it's just, I don't know, it's a very interesting thing because on the very surface level of it all, it doesn't seem that bad. Someone starts a religion, which, you know, whatever you believe in, that's okay, I guess. Not like it doesn't happen every day. People start their own religions all the time. And then you have the same guy is a management company leader. So very surface level, you know, you pay your manager, you tithe to the church. Very surface level, it doesn't necessarily seem the weirdest. But as you start to dive into it, there it is. I had a hair driving me crazy on my arm, sorry. That's when it kind of starts to get a little more interesting. There are allegations of abuse, I don't even know if I can say that word, of the sexual kind, about Robert, saying that he was coercing women to believe that that was okay, that it would help them get closer to God, that it was okay because God said it was okay. Whatever the allegations were, or whatever the what's the word, coercing, whatever he used to make that happen and make it seem like it was okay. So he has this, oh, my favorite teacher, hello, my favorite teacher, I love her. So anyways, it like, then as you dive deeper in, it's like this guy is having them live on his property or his housing, I guess is what you would say. So he's kind of starts to not necessarily control, I won't say that word quite yet, manage their whole lives, where they're living, what they're posting. He had people who did the editing for all the dance videos, and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place because I'm trying to not timeline it, but just say it in a smart way, and it's just coming out empty words. So the basis of this documentary is that Miranda specifically, again, her family is the main focus of this video. Part of the main focus, I guess I should say. that she is in this cult and Robert is controlling her, and she doesn't have any say in what she's doing, and because she's in this cult, she has cut off her entire family, and only communicates with them because Robert says it's okay, or, Robert tells her how to communicate with them, basically so that they won't press charges, or, it's a mind game for sure. Allegedly. I guess I should say allegedly, because I don't want to get in trouble for any of this. So my thoughts on all of this is, because I have focused on both sides of it, listening to Miranda and James, I don't like that James, at the beginning of all of this fight, played the race card. I might get hate for that because I'm white, but my boyfriend's black, and so I feel like that gives me a different perspective on things, because James was saying, oh, her family doesn't like me because I'm black, and I don't believe that part of it is true at all, because me and my boyfriend are interracial. I do see a very different aspect of things. I do see that I get very weird looks because I'm dating a black man. Whether that doesn't even make sense in these days. Like, why? Really? Just stop. So I understand it, but I really don't see that as an issue, personally. Whether it was for James and Miranda and her family, I don't know, because I don't know their family. I don't know them personally. But it does not sound like it was an issue for Miranda's family. So I don't feel like... I feel like Miranda and James are adults. They can make their own choices. Whether they are being fed information and being told, hey, you should do this because it'll make your family happy, or you should do this because you can still have this lifestyle, but you won't get in trouble, or whatever. That is all a different story. Because if someone was telling me those kind of things, I would say no. Some people are a lot more susceptible to being fed information and believing it and just blindly following things. Not saying Miranda and James are. Again, not something that I will voice my opinion on. Something I will voice my opinion on is Miranda just posted a video a couple days ago after the documentary came out, and she is getting death threats. She is being told that if people find her on the street, they're gonna murder her. Like, all of this insane... Oh, sorry. I probably said those words and I'm not allowed to say them on YouTube, but, I'm not monetized anyways, so it's okay. So, that's not okay. I don't care what the situation is, whether she believes in Robert's teachings fully, or if she's kind of blindly following him and doesn't really understand what's going on. That is to leave it up to you. But to threaten people is not okay. And it's very interesting to me, if you believe the side of her family and believe that she is part of a cult and does not understand what's happening on the inside, why would you threaten her life? What makes that okay? What makes that go, oh yeah, you're probably right. I should definitely not hang out with this man who has been protecting me. Like, that's just gonna push her closer into the deep part of it. which is very scary to me. And that just, again, does not make sense. Why would you, if you have someone that you're worried about, why would you not feed them love? Why would you feed them hate and threats? And that just, I don't understand that part. But I feel like I've been rambling for a lot and haven't really said much, so I'll probably do a deeper video. I want to rewatch the documentary again and kind of go into a little more detail, maybe do some research on it. I also want to do a video on Gypsy Rose because she been out here, boys. She been out everywhere. So that'll probably be my next video. Heck, I might record it now because I still have like a half an hour before school starts. There just happened to be no traffic on my way to school, so I got here super early. But I will see you guys in the next video. Comment any thoughts you have on this whole thing. Definitely go check out Without a Crystal Ball's page and Sloan. I don't know if Sloan has done any on M7 yet. But I love him. He's adorable. And I'm going to shout them out because they'll never see this. So it's fine. But Without a Crystal Ball, I used to kind of be a little more obsessed with than I am now, just because I don't have a lot of time to watch her videos. But she really goes into things. She does huge deep dives into documents. And like, she really does her research, which I really appreciate. And it's not just oh, so-and-so said this, so I'm just gonna run with it. Like, she really does her research. And so I like to watch her videos or listen to them. She did a podcast. Maybe, does she have a podcast? If she had a podcast, I'd probably listen to that a little bit more. Just because I like to turn those on while I'm driving, because I have a long drive. But yeah, okay. Comment and like. I'm gonna sneeze. Wow. Okay. On that note, have a great day. It's Wednesday, so happy hump day! And comment and subscribe and bye.